Yo, what's up boys and welcome back to yet another video. This one is sponsored by LawBreakers. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should follow me on Instagram by the way, please. I don't have any followers, it's really sad. You would have seen some of these pictures already, but essentially we flew out to LA for their launch event, which the game is officially launching tomorrow. I haven't been to many events, but this one is pretty cool. They had an ice luge, which basically you put the alcohol in at the top and then you drink from the bottom in case you're 12. That's how that works. We had some graffiti live, making some stuff from the video game. Honestly, I don't even know what it is, but it looks cool, right? And then we had, of course, the area itself, which was 4 setups of 10 PCs on each. It was PS4 area, and I got to meet an Asian Harry Potter with a really bad focus. Thanks, Kat, for the photography here. Good job. But anyway, this video isn't about me plugging my Instagram, it's about LawBreakers, what I think about it, blah de blah de blah. I'm sure you guys know I haven't really had that many like sponsored videos in the past for video games at least. I've done a decent amount of like CSGO unboxings and stuff, but in terms of video games I've only done I think probably about 6 or so sponsored videos in my 6 years now of doing YouTube, which isn't that many. I know you guys call me a seller all the time, but when going into these little things I normally have the expectation of, hey, if they're paying me to play the game it's probably gonna suck. Luckily I've got some good things to say about LawBreakers. Obviously this game is not by some random indie developer, which is why they've got the money in the first place to even sponsor events like this. It's actually being developed by Boss Key Productions, which, although you might not have heard of him before, the main guy behind it, their CEO, is Cliff Bleszinski, which I've probably mispronounced his name a bit. But the point is, this guy has been in the games industry for a long time now. I've known about him for a while now, and he was originally involved with Epic Games, who made Unreal Tournament, Gears of War franchise, and that kind of stuff. So you can definitely see a lot of inspiration from those games coming into the new release of LawBreakers. Pretty much all the footage you're going to be seeing in the background is from the Titan class or hero, whatever you want to call it, just because this is honestly the only one which I was good at and I could get in some nice kill streaks, which you'll see right here, actually getting a really long kill streak. So I just stuck with this since it was my first time playing LawBreakers. I did not play the beta or anything like that, and I just wanted to be able to compete at least with the people who, a lot of the people in this event, had actually played the game before. So with this hero / champion, I could definitely do some pretty good stuff. But they've got a rocket launcher with 6 shots, and then they have a lightning gun which you can only use close range, and this thing, as you can see against the Titan right there in front of me, does a lot of damage. A lot of people draw a comparison to this game with Overwatch, since you'll see in the bottom left you do have an ultimate ability, you do have a ability which is on cooldown, you've got a shift ability. It depends on what you're playing as to how much really you can do with all of those. But other than the things which I just stated, pretty much everything else about this game makes it a unique FPS, and it's a nice fresh breath of air. I'm not going to be hating on the Call of Duties and all the games which tend to be the same every single year. Like, I can see the reasons why people play those games, but this game with the class system, the zero grav being in it, and pretty much all the game modes being something which I haven't seen in other games before, those things come together and make for a very nice and satisfactory gameplay experience. So I haven't even mentioned zero grav at this point, which is probably one of the big selling parts of the game. Basically, in case you're wondering, the game LawBreakers divides itself into 2 factions, the Law and the Breakers, and those 2 guys have to fight over in this area which has been fucked up gravitational wise. And that's pretty much the law behind it. There is a bit more than that, but basically gravity and stuff, and you got to shoot people. So doing cool things like shooting behind you or with a rocket launcher to propel yourself forward because of a zero gravity is something you can do. And yeah, you can just shoot behind you, which is pretty cool. You can kick people away in some of these areas to get some space between you. And I do think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a hero which actually has the ability to put a zero grav area on the map, probably using their ultimate ability as well, so that's pretty cool. Again, maybe I'm wrong and you can tell me a game which does this differently or better, or I guess more hardcore, but the game feels just very twitchy. Not every hero is exactly the same. In fact, some of them focus more so on melee, some of them have got like shotgun kind of weapons. Most of the ones which I liked were the ones which you need to kind of just hold left click and track them with, just because I like to think I'm decent at that. But because of that, and because of the zero gravity and the up and down aspect, there's just a lot of flicking everywhere on this game, which isn't a bad thing. It's not for everyone, definitely, but it meant there was a lot of hectic situations where you can clutch just because you do know the game better than other people. And it is hard to initially pick up the game. I guess it takes a few hours to stop sucking, but once you stop sucking, everything's good. And since the game will have matchmaking, obviously this is just with a bunch of YouTubers you would have seen in this game, like Femsteph, Gold Glove, Vern, Cat, Incredible Orb, and a few other people that I didn't know before the event. Obviously those guys all are decent at video games, but when you play matchmaking, I guess you'll be able to suck with other people when you suck, so that's okay. Pretty much what you're seeing here though is going to be what you're going to be playing on the official release date on the 8th of August. We did get to try out, I believe, a new class as well. I'm not 100% sure on this stuff and I'm too lazy to ask, but Harrier is the dude who you might have seen a second ago. He shoots like lasers out his feet. by holding shift, so that means he can propel himself even in these non-zero gravity areas you would have seen earlier, so he can go really, really fast. One of the best people, I'd say, to capture the ball, as you would have seen a second ago. And we did get to try out some of the maps which weren't in the beta, which it's cool to see all the variants. There is a decent amount of ones with different themes, and also a few other game modes which were not in the beta as well. What the hell did I just say? Just keep in mind, obviously, this is gameplay from someone who hasn't played the game for too long. Like, a lot of this footage you'll see is after like 1 hour of playing, and also on a setup I'm not used to. I'm not trying to make up excuses or something, but there's definitely some really, really high quality entertainment value, I'd say, you could get in terms of an esports kind of thing with this game. I don't know, well, go with esports really just depends on how successful the launch is, but I wouldn't mind seeing some competitive play in this game, really. And as always, I do encourage you guys to let me know what you think about this game in the comment section below. Last sellout video I made, I think, was on a free-to-play show. What was it called? Warface? Yeah, Warface, right? And a lot of people were angry at me saying, oh, you were just saying it's good because they paid you money. For a lot of these things, you don't have to say a game is good just to get paid by them. Just because it's sponsored doesn't mean you have to censor your opinion and just suck off the game. It's just a lot easier to be nice about a game a lot of the time than it is to be negative about a game, and I really don't have anything in specific that I don't like about this game. I am a very competitive person, and this game brought out the competitiveness in me. I ended up getting it like the kind of finals out of the 50, 60 people that were in the event. We had a 5v5. We lost 0-3, but the point is I got into the finals because I like games which are competitive and that have high skill ceilings. That's why I played CSS for years and CSGO for years. I haven't played it in a while now. But speaking of CSS, or more specifically CSGO, this game does have unboxings in it, and it's also got stickers in it. I spared up this footage just because otherwise it would take like 10 years to watch it, but it's got a really cool animation. You end up unboxing 4 things per unboxing, and they go up in tier over and over again until they eventually will maybe hit the yellow tier. A lot of the time you'll just get a pile of shit. And as in Overwatch as well, you do have the currency being added in case you do end up getting the same item over and over again, or you can just find a certain amount of currency from just unboxing. I do like this in the game. Honestly, I'd rather a game has unboxing than doesn't. Maybe that's a bad thing about me, but whatever. I'm just happy to see a game which is kind of like Quake. I played Quake Champions recently, but it's got the possibility of not being dead. Because I like that game a lot, and I watched it on Twitch and stuff, and I like the gameplay in it, but Quake's ultimately dead. So kind of it being revived through LawBreakers could possibly be a thing, and that excites me. And in case you're wondering about the whole unboxing stuff and wondering is the game early access or whatever, no, the launch is an actual full launch. They've been developing this game for many, many years. They've got an insane amount of skins and you know, PG Salt stickers and stuff you can put on your primaries and secondaries, and a bunch of things you can change about your character, and also custom models as well. So you'll see the model I just unlocked a second ago, the legendary one, or whatever tier it's called. I think it's called Epic. I've now got that, so I can look like a man who's got really bad hair, just like in my dreams. And even to add insult to injury, although I didn't really do this at all until about 2 to 3 hours into the game, and I still don't really do it that much because it's not intuitive to me, but you can't even change your kick decal. So when you kick someone, it will have a different icon on the face, guys. I know, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? Looking back, I wish we had more time to try out with the different characters and bring you guys some footage of some of the more skill-based ones, because this is definitely one of the less skill-based ones. His feet are on the ground and he doesn't really do anything special, but all the guys are like flying around doing some crazy-ass stuff, and some of their ultimates, especially Harriers, which I think is maybe overpowered. It's like a massive beam that comes out your chest and like destroys anything, although you can't move while using it too much. Those guys just seem to be like a pleasure to watch, especially on those high refresh rate monitors that we had here. You just watch them fly around the corner and pull off the craziest shit. Whereas me, I blow things up, but it's not even that exciting. And also, that's the first time I've edited in me dying right there. You will see I do start using my shift ability to maneuver around a bit more, which is, I guess, a bit of my character's skillness coming out. You know, people who use the shift purely aggressively. Why? You can use it to move faster as well. And then also shooting the rocket back a second ago as well, which we mentioned before as well. You know, all in all, if I had to give the game a rating, I'd probably say like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, probably. I'll see how it is on release, and I'll definitely try it out against casual people and see how matchmaking is and stuff like that. And I don't really know what I'm going to be sticking with, but I'm excited to see how the game does on its launch, and I wish it the best. And also, in case you're wondering what exactly does that kick decal look like, Lewis, well, don't worry, guys. Through the power of editing, I managed to get you guys a nice little kick decal. These little ninjas come out of nowhere and just kick you, man. Just wait. Oh, there he is. I just got kicked in the face by Gold Glove. Yeah, thanks Gold Glove. But yeah, I'd say I've been incredibly lucky for the past 2 sponsored opportunities I've had for games. Obviously, this one being LawBreakers and the past one being Warface, to be games which I'd normally play. I like FPS games a lot. Maybe I wouldn't upload them to my YouTube channel just out of being scared of how people would react and stuff like that, but I'd still play them in my spare time. But other than those two, years and years ago, I played, what was it? World of Tanks, World of Warships, and some mech game, and some like dragon game on iOS. Like, all those games clearly were not games that I like, and they were shit. And I've had a lot of people recently come up and say like, Lewis, were you sponsored to play this game? If I'm sponsored to play a game, I'll say right at the start. If I don't say right at the start, I wasn't sponsored to play the game. I'm playing it because it's YouTube, dude. It's all about you. Or in this case, me, because I am the you. And I get to upload what I want to upload. And if people like it, great. If people don't like it, yeah, that sucks. But this game, like I said, pretty good. For the rest of the video, I thought I'd show you guys my first ever game, just switching between the heroes. There's 9 of them in total in the game right now. I'm sure they'll add some more in the future, but you'll see that I just kind of suck with all these guys. But they do all have their own abilities. Some of them got 2 weapons, some of them don't have 2 weapons, and some of them can triple jump, some of them can't triple jump. Some of them are mobile, some of them aren't mobile, some of them have got more health than others. You know, the drill, really. And also, you'll see a lot of these health stations around the map, which I just died while in a health station. How ironic, haha. And that's basically the way the entire health system works. A few of the heroes do have the ability to heal, but there's no real, like, medic role. This isn't Overwatch where you've got, like, oh yeah, I'm a mercy main, I'm a girl gamer. So you're going to find the health stations around the map, and you're also going to find the little health vials around the map. You can also wall jump with this, dude. That's the entire way the health system works. Whether you want to, you know, play with that in mind, or if you just want to go and suicide instead and wait for 10 seconds to respawn is really down to you. But that's, holy shit, that was potato whim. That's down to you, really, and there's another little dynamic of the game, which reminds me a lot of Quake, just because in that game you do also have the vials and ammo placed around the map. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to see some more LawBreakers, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. It was a lot of fun playing with these content creators, and I do hope to play with one of my not many friends sometime near in the future. Also, if you guys do want to be my friend, which you probably don't want to because I can hardly speak English, make sure to apply in the comment section below. Just let me know your age and link your Steam, and I'll add some people on Steam. Only if you want to play LawBreakers. If you don't want to play LawBreakers, I'm not interested. You can see me getting very angry, but I'm like, holy shit, this hero sucks. I'm going to go play something else. So I'll play Wraith, which is pretty much exactly the same. That's not exactly the same, but it's also a character with a melee weapon. So probably a mistake, since clearly I'm not very good at melee. But yeah, just leave that in the comment section below, and I'll play some of you guys to choose with. And also, in case you're wondering why the video isn't in 60 FPS, I'm guessing it probably won't be rendered in 60 FPS, unless I change my mind in a second. I just don't have render set to 60 FPS. But this game, you need to play it at high refresh rate, and it does run good, assuming you have the hardware. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll just leave you guys with this little screen right here. You know, no big deal, just top fragged. It was pretty easy. Alright, bye guys.
What?